Welcome back everyone to GH Plays, and today we're back with another video, but this time for Ninja Storm Simulator. And in this video I'll be showing you guys the easiest and best ways to make loads of gold. So before we do move on, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, join my clothing group on my socials, and make sure to join the Discord server. And also if you have any other tips that I might have missed, make sure to also comment that down below. But let's actually begin. So I'm gonna start off what to basically do at the beginning. So if you just start the game out, what you guys want to do is basically join the group. And the reason is because you get free 200 coins and a pet just for free, just by joining the group, which is actually very good because especially at the start, 200 coins is a lot, and a pet is actually very helpful. I'll get onto pets and everything um, a little bit later. But yeah, so join the group, 200 coins and a pet, which is actually pretty cool. Another thing you want to do is basically if you know any codes, you can join obviously their Discord for codes or search up on YouTube. Search them up. You might get coins, you might get boost, you might even get a pet. Uh, I don't know if I used any codes, but yeah, so that's going to help out a lot as well. So make sure you guys do that. But yeah, so that's obviously just the beginning. Obviously, let's quickly touch on the event as well. There is an event going on. You get 2 times gold and 2 times luck. It's literally on the bottom left. And these two, literally, the luck and gold will help you out a lot because obviously 2 times gold is good. And obviously we have the roulette over here, which we'll quickly see. You can get some coins, some boost, even a pet. So make sure you guys are spinning. Let's actually spin it right now, see what we can get. It's every 20 minutes, which is actually not too bad. I believe it's, oh, actually we got a luck over here. So I believe it's every 20 minutes in game time. It's not like 20 minutes in real world time. So let's quickly check out our boost. Yeah, there we go. We got a mega lucky gives us um, the probability of gaining legendary epic is increased by 4 times. That's honestly insane. So yeah, make sure you do that. And then let's actually get on to the the other tip. So the one of the tips is actually just play. If you start the game out, just attack the enemies that you know you can defeat. And what I mean by that is, if you start the game out, don't go to something like the strongest one in that world. So don't go to this one. You can if you want, if you have like the time. But the reason is because if you go to this one instead of like the weakest one in the world, and you literally just got to that world, it might take you. So it might, for me, if you start the world, this might take you a minute or so, or less than a minute. But then the strongest one over here might take you 2 minutes. And this mainly apply. It does apply to the beginning, if you start the game out. But the difference for at the first world won't be as much. But if you get to like the world I am in right now, so if you get to this world over here, and if I go, oh, I wanna there's this one over here which does 500k, but then the strongest one is 1.2 million. This one might take me, let's just say roughly 5 minutes. I don't know, I actually don't know how long it will take me, but 5 minutes. But then the 1.2 million would take double that time because it's double, just over double the health. So yeah, so make sure you guys are obviously using your times wisely. You can do that if you are like have to, like if you're AFK or something. So you can do that, but also another thing I would say is if you see two, 1 or 2 person people over here AFK in this, you join them. And the reason is because you guys will get the same amount. So if say even if you do like one hit, if you literally hit it once, but someone else hit it for the whole time they were here, you will still get the same amount that you normally would. You won't get less or anything like that. So that's obviously another benefit as well. So yeah, how much is that? 50, yeah. So yeah, make sure you guys are doing that. Obviously, if you have friends, another thing is, well, try it, play with a friend because it will help out. You can also find some friends in the game. Some people are willing just to help out other people, so make sure you get on that as well. So that's obviously the other tip. Now let's actually get on to your ninjas and your inventory space, all that stuff, and pet stuff like that. So let's actually talk about ninjas right here. So if you see ninjas, these ninjas have a specific damage. So Naruto over here does 5 damage, Sasuke does 10. So the tip here is basically if you can upgrade your ninja, do it. If you have the money to be able to buy it, make sure you do it because if you guys know, obviously the more damage you do, the quicker you defeat the enemies and the more money you'll make over time. So that's obviously another thing. Let's go over to the package. This is basically the inventory space. This is the same thing again. If you can afford to get to the next, if you can afford the next inventory bag, make sure you do it because the more you can hold, the more money you'll make. And one thing I would say is there has been some points where I forgot to upgrade my my inventory space, and I was getting like more than I can hold. So that basically means like I could basically say if I could hold like a hundred thousand, right? But my inventory space was 50,000. I was losing out on 50,000 inventory space, and that is a big loss because that could mean a lot of money for me just going down the drain. So always try to upgrade when you can. Now let's actually talk about these pets over here. So we have pets over here. I want to get to composed pets, so make sure to stick around because the composed pets is going to be very important, and it's probably one of the best things you can do, especially at a later stage. So now let's talk about pets. Pets are very important. So if I go over to my bag and go to pets, you guys can see over here. So this pet over here gives me 304 plus damage, which is actually insane, and 220 plus coins, and that's obviously very helpful. These are all maxed out. Maxing out pets is very simple. Always just play the game, attack the enemies, and you level them up. But if you're at a stage where you're like in the last 2 or 3 worlds, you'll do it in no time because you get a ridiculous amount of XP just for defeating one of those enemies. So yeah, pets are very important because as you guys can see, it gives you a boost for damage and coins, which will actually help you out, or gold, I mean. And yeah, if you can afford the best egg, I say do it because so I'll actually show you guys. So if I open this one, this is 12k over here. If I open this, okay, I'm opening two. I don't know why I'm opening. So I got common. So and say if I open that, but I can afford this. I'll show you guys the difference. This is 55k over here. Let's hope we can get a common so you can, yeah, there you go. We got commons. So yeah, if you can afford the best egg, do it. And this is the reason why. So if I go over here to pets, this is what I've got from the 12k egg, 5 and a 2. But over here is 9 and a 5. And obviously level that up, and that's going to be insane. So if you can afford the bear egg, go for it. So yeah, that's obviously worth it. Oh, just a little demonstration over here. So yeah, that's obviously the other thing. Let's quickly go over. So that's that. Pets are done. Now let's actually talk about composed pets. This is probably going to be the oh, this is probably going to be the best thing you guys can do, especially at late stage. I didn't use it at the start, so like I think I got to, I don't know what word I got to, but then I realized I actually have to use this because this is very important. And I want to show you guys what to do, how it works, and what benefits it gives you. So if I go over to Compose Pets right over here, you guys can see my ninja is right here, and you guys can see I need 2,000 to get to the next level. I already have 2 stars, so if I show you guys my hero, over here there's 2 stars over here. These have 2s as well, except for Kakashi has 1. But yeah, this actually does help you out. So what these stars basically do is if I level this up again to 3 stars, my DPS will change from 1,200 to 1,600, which is actually very good. My gold ratio will go from +2 to +3, and luck ratio will go from +1 to +1.5. So that's obviously the other benefit over here. So you guys can see the DPS and everything. And the way you guys do this is with pets. So these pets I'm not going to use, just going to sacrifice them to compose, sure. So the way you guys do is pets. So that's why I say pets are very key, and this composed pets is very key as well. So what you guys want to do, if you're opening eggs and you're opening the best egg you can, what you want to do not delete any single egg. So I'll show you guys. I have all these. Oh, I have these. They're basically legendaries or legends. And if I say I want to open another one, I'll press open, see what I get. Got a rare and a common. I don't need them. I will not delete them at all. I will actually go over to compose pets over here, and I'll actually fuse them with my ninja. So that's obviously one thing you can do. Obviously, yeah. So yeah, that's obviously you should never ever delete, even if it just gives you a 1+1 on the scale over here. Do it because it's going to help out at the end. So obviously just do that. Don't delete any. And another thing is when you're composing pets, if you do get like a legendary, so if I get this legendary over here, actually let's quickly test this out. Let's actually go and open one of these eggs again. Oh, my mic's on. Let's quickly go open one of these eggs and see what we get. I'll show you guys the difference in what happens in rarity as well. So if we sacrifice, oh, let's get this legend out, unequip. There we go. Okay, so if I fuse, say, this common run over here, I'll get 5. So it's 360. Now over here it's 365. But if I get a legend, it goes +15. So it's 360. Now it's 375. So the better the rarity, the more XP you'll get for the fusion thing. I don't know if they're called XP, but yeah, it goes same with the epic over here. 360, but now it's 370. So the better the rarity, the more you'll get. I don't know if it works for the first egg. I don't believe it does. Let's quickly test that out as well. We got a common, so we can actually test it out. So let's go over here. So we got a common. This one does the best egg common does 365, but this one does 362. So yeah, it does depend on the egg as well. So always hash the best one, and whatever you don't need, don't delete them. Just obviously sacrifice them or I don't know, I keep saying sacrifice, compose them, which is actually very, very helpful. So that's obviously that. Also, actually, another thing before I do want to go on, once you do get to 2 stars, and actually a massive benefit is, so when this got to 2 stars, I actually get double inventory. So basically, what that means is, say normally I would get, well, this is just a number by the way, I might get 100k before getting it to like this hero to 2 stars. But after 2 stars, I'll get double 100k, which is 200k. So instead of getting 100k for defeating the same enemy, I'll get 200k, which is actually very helpful and very good. So yeah, that's obviously the other benefit. I don't know what happens after 2 stars. I don't know if it triples your inventory space or anything like that, but it might do because obviously the gold ratio is +3. So yeah, make sure you guys are doing that, and it's actually very important. And the other thing I will actually talk about is if you check out these worlds over here, you guys can see there's like a little bit. There's a house picture, then there's a gold chest, house, house, gold chest, and house, and there'll be a gold chest over here. So basically, what these is the houses are literally where you can buy. It basically tells you can sell and buy more ninjas and packages. But then the gold chest is basically these chests over here. It comes every 2 worlds, and they actually give you free gold just for free, just getting to that world. And the next one claims in 4 hours and 30 minutes. So yeah, that's obviously the last thing about it. Make sure even if there's not a lot, you can still claim them because it's just free coins. But yeah, I think that's actually it. Hopefully I have not missed anything. But yeah, hopefully this video does help you guys. Make sure to subscribe and like if you guys have enjoyed. I will be posting more of this game, hopefully update videos as well, and other how-to videos. If you have any suggestions, comment them down below. Join my clone group on my socials, and make sure to join the Discord server. If you have any questions, you can ask me that questions down there as well. But that's actually it, and I will see you guys in a later video. Peace, guys.